Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janu and I talk about all things intentional and low impact living. So today we're doing a little bit of a different video. I'm going to be sharing with you my journey of being a sustainability influencer and 5 tips that have really helped me to grow my Instagram page to over 20,000 followers. So let's hop into the video. When I first got to LA, I met someone who had almost 1 million followers on Instagram, and I just got open to this whole world that I didn't even know existed. So she did comedy skits on Instagram, and she was nice enough to let me tag along and just kind of observe. And the fact that she was making a living off of this was kind of crazy to me, and I was like, So I decided to try to get on social media more. So I started doing comedy skits with her and her friends, and a lot of the videos that I ended up creating on my own got hundreds of thousands of views and thousands of likes, which was crazy and out of this world. But as time went on, I realized that for me, I wasn't adding value to the world in the way in which I wanted to. I was really trying to look long term as to like, where do I want this to go 5, 10, 15 years from now? I want to be able to look back and look at the work that I've put out into the world and be proud of it. I didn't want to just be another cute girl on Instagram, which I felt like I was. So the first thing I think that really helped me grow was just finding my niche, right? Like my niche was sustainable living, low waste living, how to reduce plastic waste. Very specific. So it can be easy to just like post cute photos of yourself, which for some people that works for them. But for me, I wanted to actually build a brand. And I think it's important to find your niche no matter what it is. Making very clear as to what people are following you for. I would make sure that in your Instagram bio, you say what you do. So I put sustainable living. So if someone's searching sustainable living in the search bar on Instagram, like I'm more likely to come up versus just like my name. But it's important to put what you're about in your bio. So the second tip I have is to make sure you're using hashtags. Hashtags are super important, especially if you're a smaller creator, because that's how people are going to discover your page. So what I would recommend is using hashtags from different groups. So what I mean by different groups is use hashtags that are in the million range, in the 500,000 range, 100,000 range, and below 50,000 range. You don't want to just aim for hashtags that are in the million range, because then you're not going to probably be seen. There's such high competition. What I would do is target some from each group. You're more likely to be seen with hashtags that are like 50,000 or below when you're first starting out. So what I do is I create different groups of hashtags in my iPhone. It's important to rotate the different hashtags because you don't want to be marked as spam. So I usually have a set of 3 or 4 that I run through, and then depending upon what I'm posting about, I'll make small adjustments. So if I'm doing a post on mascara, I will make sure to do hashtag mascara and take out anything that isn't really relevant. My third tip is to collaborate. It's very, very important to collaborate with other influencers. So let's say you have 1,000 followers, I would reach out to someone that has maybe under 5,000 followers to do a giveaway with. And the way that I do a giveaway is really I reach out to a bunch of brands, and they are more than happy to give me free stuff. Even if you don't have a large following, brands are still happy to give you stuff for a giveaway. I do a photo and I will send it to the other influencer or brand, and then I add the caption, and I'll link in the description box below, or I'll show on the screen what I usually do for captions. But it's a really great way to grow a following and the right kind of followers as well, right? Like if I'm doing an Instagram giveaway and it's all sustainable living items, I'm going to attract that crowd, and those are followers I'm going to get, and they're more likely to stay versus if I did some random maybe camera giveaway, I would probably attract people from all areas, and those followers may not stay after the giveaway. So I stick to giving away items that actually align with your brand and what you talk about. My next tip is to have a business or creator account on Instagram. Creator accounts, I believe you have to have 10,000 followers or more, I'm not sure. But anyone can do a business account. All you have to do is create a Facebook page for yourself and link that to the Instagram, and that's it. So the business page is very important because you want to be able to look at your analytics. Like you want to know how many men versus women, you want to know what states they're in, what countries, because all of this matters when you're posting, right? So I have a big following in New York and LA. So I try to be cognizant of the fact that people in New York are ahead of me. So I try not to post too late. And also I don't want to post too early for people in California. So So just keeping these things in mind, you're really gonna have to play around with it to see what works best for you. It definitely is something that you have to do in the long run. Growing and following for me is not something that happened overnight. I know some people it happens like this, but for me, it just didn't. It just takes time and a lot of energy that goes into it. My fifth tip is if you're someone like me who has kind of been stuck, like I've been stuck in the 20,000 range for a while, because as I said before, I have transitioned my page to talk about sustainable living and no longer do comedy videos. So what I did is I diversified. So now I'm on YouTube, and all the people on YouTube that are watching me are all women that are into sustainable living, like, which is great. I also link my Instagram in like the second line of my YouTube video description. So I've been getting a lot of followers actually from YouTube, which is great. These are people that are interested in sustainability. So I'm slowly gaining the followers that I want to have, but definitely branching out to another platform has helped me gain followers on Instagram, because sometimes like you can just feel stuck on one platform. Like sometimes you just feel like you're not growing, but I would recommend just diversifying on other platforms, seeing what works for you. Like I've tried TikTok and it just wasn't, I don't know, I'm still kind of playing with it. It's not really my thing, but YouTube I feel like is a good place for me. So I've been slowly growing a following on here, which has helped me to grow a following on Instagram. So I would definitely recommend diversifying the different platforms you're on. Don't do too many because it's a lot of work if you're doing it by yourself and you don't want to be kind of half doing everything. You want to give your 100%. So definitely diversify if you kind of feel stuck on one platform like I did. I hope you found these tips helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever heard of these tips, if you're using these tips already, and what's working for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.